Lagos, what I have done is to sanction that hospital. Okay, after sanctioning that hospital, I will be sending the messages to other private hospitals in Lagos. And so whenever this happens, they will not tolerate to rejecting my patient. But what we have the current governor going to IG, taking photos and saying that's not how to advance. We will do better, Mr. President, and you'll be part of this member of the Another problem that we have confronting Lagos, what is it? Is this issue of traffic bottleneck everywhere. It's just like the people in Abuja will tell you we don't want to go to that Lagos. Why? Traffic. So it's now a terrible tag that we are carrying everywhere. So what then do we need to do? I have said it over and over again. I will speak to, just so you know, that, if you want to, how we can resolve those traffic-prone areas in the state of Lagos. Let's take Lekki Ajah, for example. Lekki Ajah is not somewhere you want to go, because if you enter the road now, you know how many hours you're going to spend before you get to that place. But I'm saying that when we come into office, Mr. President, because we have that resources in the state of Lagos, every intersection of that road, we are going to fly them over. Every intersection. That is what brings about bottleneck. At every point where you have intersection, we have resources to fly them over. If you don't have business delay, just go on your road. You will see that we will use that as a number one. Number two, Mr. President, because of the two major development that just sprang up in that axis, very soon we're going to have more pressure on top of being done. Right now, we should accuse coastal roads that will take all of this off that axis. So you don't have business that you go. Secondly, sir, we also have solution. If you're coming from a bed, before you get to election, called junction, there is a very terrible road. It's called a narrow road on your right when you're going. And if you're coming on so that resolve the issues with that. And I want to tell you, Mr. President, not all these issues of traffic bottleneck requires infrastructural renewal. Not some of them is just a strong will of the man who is at the end of affairs to say, you know what, I am going to take this decision, not mind the resources. Go, and this is what I want to do. I will speak to another axis of Lagos, which is the Baja going to Efeda down to Asu Ojo. All of the traffic you see in that place are man-made, and I will explain to you. If you get to the turn-off of the Baja, so this is that person going this way, and you are going to Efeda. As you enter that road, you will see a traffic that has built up from Efeda turn-off. People coming from Akowojo, there's an intersection there. People coming from Akowojo, and us, we brought that So if we clear the road that I spoke about in that Akowojo junction, traffic light will do another job for us to go and let them for 2 minutes and go. Because we can't build, can't fly that place where because it's a T junction. I'm sure you know, because of the house on the other side. But we'll control that one. And we just walk it. If you don't have business, go and turn this way. But as you move forward a day, you start seeing another build up after Ijimu. When you get to Ijimu tunnel, people are going to the bottom and other people are facing that road road. Exactly. When you enter that road, you start seeing another build up. 3 things are causing build up in that place. One, we have a pump site on that axis with their truck parking on the road. Okay, this slow down vehicular movement. We will take them off so that we can have a free flow. And the build up again going into that place also starts from Igbodo. When you get to Igbodo, that BRT bus stop, you will see the same thing that is happening in Efeda is what is happening in that place. Extortion, police, Agbero, and Masma, all of them are there because the moment you leave that place, it frees up to go. So all we need to do is to ensure that we speak to them like that. And the majority of some of these things are bad roads. Lagos has a whole lot in terms of vehicular movement. The moment there is a pause, there is a build up already. So we are able to fix all our roads. get it done. Another solution to Lagos traffic is to pay attention to the inner roads that we can use as bypasses. You understand? I know these are local government roads, but as governor of Lagos State, the local government chairman that is not ready to build this road, I will use my money to build this road the same way state government uses money to build federal roads and collect the money later. But in this case, because local government money was likely to be in my pocket, I will use my money to build the road and deduct it from that person's salary, from that person's salary. So that we can get the road. If one of them says that you get that done, others will sit tight and do the needful. So we need to pay attention on that, speaking about traffic. We also have serious issues confronting us in the state of Lagos in terms of flooding. We already know the state of our state below the water. But again, what we need to do is to ensure we prepare and for this time to come. I know we're going to run into serious problem by the time we get into office. Because Mr. President, I'll get into office May 29 this year. But the moment we get there, we'll be in between the rainy season. And that is the time you have chaos in Lagos. But because we'll be taking over from the current administration, from the outgoing, it's difficult for us to quickly do this. But in our head, we've sat down to say, you know what, we are going to use his own 90 days, his own last 100 days in office to start work. So the day I declare the winner of the election, what I'm going to do is to engage volunteers and those in the business of environmental sanitation that will want government patronage tomorrow to say, you know what, I want to start desilting all the canals and waterways that we have in Lagos from now. So that by the time we get to May, we have done enough in clearing the street for free flow of water. And that is the intent. What is this permanently? Mr. President, it's unfortunate that today, with all the wealth of Lagos that we go brag about, we have just 6 water collectors in Lagos that we call canal. The one that is taking water from, I think, the Muto Road, that is in Ikeja or Jandor, and take it down to Akoyi Creek. It's called Odoyala Road. That is that one. We have the second one, Shogodo Bariga, that drains to Ule Lake. We also it's unfortunate that with all the wealth that we have, by now, we should be speaking of nothing less than 16, 15 because of the peculiarity of our state. That way, we will have more collectors taking our water to the lagoon. That's number one. Number two, every time they open the dam, you know, the open rivers dam, you see the entire Ogolonto, Agriki, Isheri, North, flooded, the upper part of Lagos flooded. This has been there, since over 10 years that I've been seeing it. And unfortunately, yes, we may not have control over it because if the dam is full, they have to release it. But today, in the state of Lagos, I believe we ought to have built some settlement somewhere where we need to evacuate these people anytime it's coming. I was talking about this water is coming again. All these houses, we already know the number of the houses in our settlement. In fact, they even know they will know by themselves as no law. And government will see to that and evacuate your people. Then the water run its course, it will go. Then where you're going to look for final solution to it. But every year, this is what our people face. And we decided to say ours is going to be aquaculture. What we have in Lagos is water. How much land do we have? So we will be deliberate and see how we can explore that, making sure that we clean our water so that we can get, some of these gains and deliberately build our hall that people can come here, to purchase what we have because it is there, give it to us by God. What we need to do is to provide a solution to it and harness it. And secondly, we also have 180-kilometer, coastline in Lagos. And today, all of us are sitting down. That is cash cow that you don't need to invest for. All you need to do, open it up. You will see investors that will come and give us a Miami-like waterfront in Lagos with government not putting $1 into it. Today, they post about the poor Atlantic, and all of that. How much of Lagos money that is there? It's just about telling somebody, come and do this and this is what you pay. And shares in their what's it called, so that they can give us the. So, Mr. President, I've spoken. I want to speak about security, but the one that I see every day, that I know as I'm speaking is happening right now, is when you have people robbing our people inside traffic anytime there's a big dog. Is very rampant in the state of Lagos. And I have a solution, sir. And my solution is probably not on or anything. Maybe because of my mushy, background. That is why I say as we got this solution. Mr. President, today we have some set of individuals under an organization empowered by the government, and some to choose, even though it's a body that is recognized by the law, because we call them labor union and security by UNCW, and these people, the government of Lagos decide to turn them to tools of harassment, of extortion and all of that. Mr. President, let me say to you that when I assume office, because it's a legal organization, but I also use them as tools, Mr. President. What is the tools? I just spoke about the problem that we are having now on our road as we speak. All I need to do to the man that is in charge of Odota Garage, where he's making money every day in the name of NURTW chairman, to say, Mr. Man, any day I hear of a robbery on this corridor, that is the day I'm going to take this garage away from you. You will see that there was security. You will see that they will secure it if they are not the one robbing people there. That is one tool. And you see that every evening, the chairman will ask all his boys to go and file on that road. Make sure this doesn't happen. Why? It's because it's protecting this. With the chairman, we can go on and on and on, but I think at this point I have to pause for question and answer so that I can take your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for this very wonderful presentation. Extempo, God will continue to strengthen you. I have had opportunities at different times to have campaigned with about 4 governorship candidates, and I know what it takes to contest for such election. Is it the reminder that please all and even show you what about? I'll go on and on. Really salute you. Now the moderator will take charge. Will spell out his rules for the question and answer session, and please we have to comply with it. Mr. Moderator, sir, that is Dr. G.T. Alibalo, the president of Ilebiti. Ilebiti Ileni.
My president, distinguished members of the ITF, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, personally I listened attentively to Dr. Adeniran, and I should make it clear how impressed I am with this. He has done a lot of work on this before coming here. I thank you so very much, Dr. Adeniran. And let me identify the areas that you have. Transportation, You talked about flooding, you talked about electricity, you talked about agri, and then you talked about security. But in the process of your presentation, while you were making your presentation, you talked about how you are going to finance all the as first item when you after we take questions and you are responding. The ground rules are simple. I will take baskets of questions, 4 at a time, and then we will decide in your hands. I will ask that the microphone will be taken to you. You can ask your questions. I will take 4 as a start. Dr. Leon will answer those questions, and then if time permits, we'll take more. Kindly signify if you have questions. Let me see your hands raised. Yes, but other hands before you start, sir. Can I see other hands? Okay, go ahead, sir. Ask your question. Perhaps in the course of asking your question.
This question I'm going to ask you now. I've asked this before. From the other Ghana, I was invited to a club in the internet earlier. See, you have taught a lot, and I appreciate it. God help you go through this. You have been having consistent problem in Lagos. That's it. You have talked about health, yes. While we were very small, coming from our elementary schools, we branch about in many times water to drink water of you, anything. Yes. But now, virtually there is no house without a home in Lagos. And if you look at all about this health, because if you look at our place now, over pure water, rubber, bottled water, and every other things. Those who cannot afford a bag of pure water now is about 200 naira. There is no water flowing in any house now. You will have to bring out money to go and buy the water given to us in Lagos. I don't know how you.
My question is based on industrial regeneration of Lagos. We all know that most industries in Lagos are now moving to Lagos extension. Don't mind like other states, Lagos extension. So how do we bring back those industries? Most industrial estates are now become residential estates. Some are abandoned, some are now worship centers. How do we bring back the industries in Lagos? Thank you.
Yes, one more question, please. Okay, so we take the 3 questions. One is about finance, the other is about.
Which everybody agrees with the fact that we have enough money in the state of Lagos. Nobody can contest that. And I'm saying that everything that I have mentioned, if we make that money work for the state of Lagos, it will do all of that. However, aside from the declared figure of over 50 billion that we all hear about, I know of a company that is legally right but morally wrong. So, sir, that is number one. There is money in Lagos. Now, let's think about how do we make additional money. You see, I listen to politicians, especially government of the day. When you ask them about this question, the only thing you see in their head, they tell you they need to further tax people so that they can make more money. Of course, you need more money. And for me, for some of us who has done a little bit of economy and that has invested in this, state economy, and done business, and do it from scratch, we know how it is to make more money. So in our own case, now, to now add insult on the injury, people resorted to self-help by building boreholes in their respective homes. Government is now coming in to say if you build a borehole, you must pay in something. I mean, you have failed in giving us something. We're giving it to ourselves, we are still coming back to say you must pay this. So all of this, I don't know how it sounds. So now, there is an issue here. For us to provide water for free, then yes, we must resort to maybe a World Bank. You know, some of these are even World Bank assisted projects. If we have a zero free, what's it for? Yes, it's easier to say because it will be so difficult for you to tell anybody to come and pay for water now. I will tell you my own experience. In my house, you know, for all the, you know, they use it in cleaning. But you know that so they will be giving you well water and you think it's the same water because of corruption. Now, and I have borehole. One day, the waterman came and said, they want to cut the water to the earth. I don't know if you understand. So we first had trust issue. 1, 2. Yes, we bring it up and see what we can do to bring back that Lagos of that memory and ensure that we go there too. But again, I don't know who is going to pay for this water. And to pump water for free, then there must be help from somewhere. What I will do in this situation is that there will be a stakeholders meeting where we will sit down and we will not generalize. It will be zone by zone. If a particular zone decides to say, give us government water, we have the wherewithal to pay, we will build infrastructure and renew the one we have there to make sure they get it. Generally, I know we need, and we speak to the health, our health issues. Why we are failing is that we have not faced reality. We need to face reality and see what we can achieve. So I won't sit here and say, yes, there will be water for all. And tomorrow say, Jandor, there's some water for all. I know it's a great matter, and we'll look at it and God will help us. Thank you.
Before I go ahead to ask for the next set of questions, I have a question here. I will read it out to His Excellency and then I will take further questions. Somebody has passed this to me and it says, it was observed that the candidate did not talk about any template for taking advantage of proximity to water body in Lagos to have an effective water transportation system. You want to address that?
Okay, yes, I would like to address it because we have all of this in our blueprints that I believe we will share to everybody so you can go through it over and over again. But for me, I've spoken about just providing solution to the problem because, like I said, whatever business you want to do or you want to govern an estate, you need to do a critical analysis of that state. And in this situation, yes, I know currently the government of Lagos we can bring in to resolve this issue. So my dear brother or sister who asked that question, we have in our blueprint how we can do a 360 degrees so that we will resolve this matter. Secondly, in 24 years, we are still talking about 2 bus stop rail line in Lagos. 2 bus stop rail line in Lagos, and we are celebrating from Marina to Mile 2. It is 2 bus stop. You go move first bus stop, we the second one, the next is Mile 2. And that's what we celebrate. By now, we should have integrated rail line in the state of Lagos. Integrated rail line that will come even all the way from Ikorodu, intersect in Ikeja. If you have business in Ikeja, join there and do your business, and it goes down to the marina. The other one from that intersection in Ikeja takes you back to the red line that they are building now. Go to whatever you are doing in Abakujayi. Okay, and you can even join the other one to when you go. We should talk about integrated line. Now, in the state of Lagos, not celebrating 2 bus stop blue line that we have been doing for 13 years, just 13 kilometers. So we have all of this. You have a copy. We'll go through it and see what we're doing differently. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so very much. I will take probably the last basket of questions.
Member of the book of membership number 1239. Overnight division. Standing on the existing protocol. I first of all would like to appreciate our amiable intending governor of Lagos State.
Can we have some quiet, please?
And it is our wish that this train will carry through. And when I saw you, I was actually attracted because you look a very young man, vibrant, and you sound so intelligent. And you show that you know what you want to do. And to me, as an individual, one of the stellar things about you was most of the things you were saying they were coming with a lot of solutions. And you will realize that most of our politicians, when they come around to come and campaign to run, they will only tell us what they want to do. But they don't tell us how they want to do it, how they intend to achieve that. All of this aside, my own question as an individual standing here today, coming out of my personal observation, I'm a Lagosian for over 40 years. So I understand and I've seen a lot of things. I have passion as well for the environment. The state of environment in Lagos State is nothing to write home about. Talking about the role.
I think that I'm going to take my questions from my brother who spoke about inconsistencies in government policies. And you see, it is what it is. And that's a serious indictment on the status quo. Despite the fact that it's been one party since 1999, we see experiences. And more reasons why we need to try fresh ideas. But everything that you're spoken about was I tried to put out this from the Apapa, from everything and all that, and the state of Lagos in terms of debt and all of that. This is leadership. I have a very rare privilege to serve as a consultant to a governor in this state before, who many would have made that so far has been the best. Is on the, I'm not playing politics here, that's what I can see this. Is on the other side of the party, but I'm here today, even though I'm going to beat all of them together where they are. But I'll still give credit to the fact that when he was in office, so all of these problems that you spoke about are leadership problems. I will share my experience, while I was in that corridor working with him, is that you have a governor that is on top of every situation. And I have a few of my colleagues here who can testify to what I want to say now. I've taken that a long time ago, and I keep seeing when we're having our strategic meeting and saying, that man that is going to be in charge of my environment, in charge of transportation and works, that man will not have seats in the North South. That man will be living on the street of Lagos. Because that is how they want it. This is anytime he's driving from one point to another, he's not on his phone, he's looking right, left, and center on his car. And on his way, he's picking his call. He say, hey, Mr. MD Nova, I just passed through social place and I saw a heap of refuse. I'm going to social place, I'll be there for 1 hour. In another social, I'll be returning to that place. We'll see more. Before we get back here, that thing is off the road. That is how to govern the state. This is the same thing that we're going to do. In making sure if you do that, all of those that you spoke about will be there because somebody has the responsibility to take care of that in the cabinet. I pity that person, I don't know who that person is, but I pity that person is going to be in charge of this. That's number one. Number two, I can share with you my Oshodi experience. What you have in Akapa is a child's play for what you used to have in Oshodi. It was this same governor that cleared and cleaned up Oshodi. And you know what? At that time when I got a contract, ask me what's the contract. The moment the guy cleared that place and he gave my whole organization a contract, what is that contract? Jandor, take your company to be in Oshodi 24/7. I want to see you submitting to my desk every day by 10 o'clock in the morning, whatever has happened between 10 o'clock this morning and 10 o'clock the next morning on my table. What I want is visual of what is happening there in Oshodi. And we did that for good 3 months. So what does he do with that material? The moment we submit it, we say that this way.
I have never been a contractor in my life. I'm a lawyer. Yes. Wonderful presentations, practical presentations. And that is the beauty of the democracy. The companies will have options that they will pick from, and they will be convinced when they are picking the options. In a book club, we can never be apolitical. We must continue to play our roles to ensure that our state, the state of excellence, continues to be the state of excellence. You had demand from your axis when he said, even when you solve that problem, you will still be coming to a book club. That tells you there are some things and benefits from this club that transcends the realization to avoid traffic. We thank you for coming. I want to recognize the past vice president of the club, Alhaji Tajudeen Ibrahim. You're welcome. Having said that, I'm going to hand over the mic to the vice president to give the vote of thanks.
Yes. The president of the club, our past president, moderator, elders of the club, the entire of these those all to our gratitude and special appreciation to our blessed brother, Jandor. And by this, I don't know how to thank you because you are one of us. But by this, I will thank this entire team who has been able to come out in large number to support you. We invited you and you graciously accept the invitation with your team who care. So please note to say thank you. We pray Almighty Allah will guide you. Your aspiration by the grace of God will come to you.
We pray by if Allah wants anything to be, all it is to say is I pray that our brother Jandor will be the next governor of this state. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه جنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض ماذا الذي يسمع إنه إلى بإذن يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يعوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. I want to pray for my president, especially, and our past president, Baba Shamsidi Okwe, Omegujobi Kausuo, Yoniko Yiwan, and the vice president and all the entire members of the high table for the time you've given us today to allow my governor to hear his agenda to the entire ENCO club member.
Please, can you be seated, please?
You are about to leave the position. As you are leaving, what you've been able to put in place in the ENCO club will speak for you and your children. You have done well, and I'll keep telling you that. You have steered the ship of this organization to a greater height, and Allah will elevate you. You will not regret being the president of this club. You have left your foot on the footprint that will never be forgotten. I want to thank you personally. And Baba Shamsidi Okwe, Okunrowo ẹ̀yìn náà, Ọlọ́run ní dójú tì í. Àgbáyé àpò ìdálẹ́ fún wa, ojú ò ní tì í. Ọlọ́jú ò ti gún lábẹ́ aṣọ, ojú ò ní tì í. Ẹ̀rí bá ti ṣe ẹ̀rọ náà gbígbà, ẹ̀rí ṣiṣẹ́, àárẹ̀ ti ṣẹ́kù. Débú bá yọ̀ wá aṣọ ẹ̀fọ́ ṣẹ́kù ni, ẹ̀ka lè ṣẹ́kù owó, ẹ̀ka lè ṣẹ́kù ọ̀nà, ẹ̀ka lè ṣẹ́kù àlàáfíà. Èyí àwọn sọ fún ilé yìí, abúlé ìdáyé pé orí ẹ̀rọ ìṣèkò, orí yóò ìṣèkò báyìí, ẹ̀ka ní bá ti ṣẹ́kù ọ̀rọ̀ mi. Gbogbo inú ọ̀tí àwọn olùwà ilé yìí, Adébíbáre, Àrìnàbóre, Àpòyábí, ọ̀nà àgbàrá àgbàrá máa tọ̀, ẹ̀yìn òrùfò báyìí kó fi sọ ní káwọn náà lọ́wọ́ ní wà ilé yìí. Ìka sanbólé ìgbà abẹ́lé ìdáyé, ámọ́ tìmọ́tìmọ́, ámọ́ ṣù, ámọ́ jọ, ámọ́ lẹ̀.
Adédèrò Jandor is a jolly good fellow. For he is a jolly good fellow. For he is a jolly good fellow. For he is a jolly good fellow. So say all of us, and so say all of us, blessed. And so say all of us, blessed. For he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow, for he is a jolly good fellow. Say all of us. Hip, hip, hip.
Let's go. All the best. Where is it?